Demolition, and there's that right hand. They're duking it out, not by the right hand. Takayama.
Green trunks for the southpaw, the notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr. Conor relaxed, smiling. Oh!
Nate Diaz, you just shook up the world. How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised.
What is up, Combat Crew? It's that time. It's that time to talk Chingasos. Happy late Father's Day out there to all the dads out there. Hope you had a well-deserved day off and got lots of love from the fam. It's been a wild week of lots of ups and downs in the combat world. Conor McGregor drama, UFC, new edition roster that I promise you is going to make an immediate splash. Lots of CJI updates. Our boy Craig Jones might have cracked the case on what's going on with none other than our boy Gordon Ryan's little tummy aches. All right, let's jump right into this week's combat news, man. Y'all ready to jump in? Hope your week is off to a fabulous start. Let's get right into this, bros. Let's get right into this. Last week, we had a little controversy in UFC Fight Night main event. Jared Cannonier and Nasruddin Imavov. We had an early stoppage. A lot of people thought. So let me set this up for you right here. Here is Cannonier running away already from Nasruddin after he had already taken a few shots. He sets himself up. He ducks away. He takes another shot. He's using the cage to hold himself up. There he is. Shoots for a lazy takedown. Takes a couple shots. Skipping around. Ducking his head. And that's it. Believe that's Jason Herzog there, and he stopped the fight. You know what? I haven't watched this replay since last weekend, but I would gotta say, man, I would have let him take a couple more shots. I don't think that he would have been able to come. He was gonna come back from that, but hey, that's neither here nor there, like Fonzo liked to say. So that was last week. We were thinking that maybe they were gonna run it back. Jared Cannonier was pleading with the UFC to let them run it back because the UFC is heading over to Perez in September. He thought that would have been enough time to recover and let the commissions allow him to fight. But the UFC and Fate had other plans because as of last Thursday, we had 10 days to go before we were about to see this banger of a fight that's on the screen right now. And if you're listening, thank you so much. But if you want, head over to our YouTube page at Chingasos Crew so you can check out today's episode. But again, we were 10 days away from getting to see Robert Whittaker facing Khamzat Chimaev. Some kind of illness that was so severe that Khamzat had to pull out of the fight. So UFC was scrambling for a substitute, and Nasruddin Imavov's name popped up. So the Jared Cannonier rematch was off the table. Didn't look like it was going to happen. So UFC was putting their feelers out and trying to save this card because look, as of right now, it's Monday. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got 4 days to go. And they did announce a replacement on short week notice. And it's going to be this guy right here, Ikram Aliskerov. So Ikram Aliskerov was scheduled to fight somebody else on a fight night coming up in a couple of weeks, I believe. So now he's going to take this fight sooner. He's already been training. And lucky for him, man, this is a great opportunity for him facing someone high up in the rankings because he's not even ranked himself. So I got a clip here. He did fight the guy that he's replacing under a different fight organization. Goes by the name of Brave Combat Federation. So he fought him back in 2022, I believe. 21, somewhere around there. Actually, no, I want to say it was before that. It was before COVID. So check this out. I'm going to 4-minute mark. And these guys has just been slanging and banging this whole time. Check this out. High kick by Aliskerov and high pace. Look, we're about halfway through round one. Khamzat got the cage to his back. And look at that freaking uppercut. boop. It just drops him, and then one more for good luck, bro. Look at that face. The face only a mother could love. So that's what Bobby Knuckles has got going for him this weekend coming up. So stay tuned. We'll have clips and highlights and maybe some picks for this week. All right. All right. So back to the UFC Conor McGregor drama. Man, this thing has been going on. Seems like forever, right? This dates all the way back to last year when we got the Ultimate Fighters season where Conor McGregor was coaching one team and Michael Chandler was coaching the other. And we were supposed to be getting a fight at the end of the season. That's neither here nor there because they were supposed to be fighting at the pay-per-view at the end of this month. And all signs are pointing to that it's not. Actually, by now, we already know it's not going to happen. But earlier in the week, we weren't sure. We were not sure. One day, everything seemed cool. One day, the press conference got canceled. Everyone's freaking out. The next day, everyone's like, hey, calm down. It's going to be okay. There's no official news leaking. No bad news yet. So no news is good news. Everything moved forward. Everyone thought it was going to be awesome. It was going to go forward. The next day, all hell broke loose. Apparently, it was not going to happen. And Conor did get pulled. Apparently, Conor's got some type of a leg injury, so he's not going to be able to fight at UFC 303. And I believe they already got it scheduled for. Oh, here it is on the screen. Check it out. Chandler and Conor have agreed for a August 31st or late September reschedule. I'm with Fonzo on this one. I'm not going to believe it until Conor's walking into the cage. Just a freaking merry-go-round, man. This is a circus that is the Conor McGregor show. So grab your popcorn and stay tuned. We'll let you know if we hear anything else. All right. So on that same card, the co-main event, which was going to become the main event, was supposed to be Jamal Hill taking on Carlos Ulberg. Well, guess what? That fight's been scrapped too. Some type of injury or something is preventing Jamal Hill from fighting on that card. So he has been removed. The replacement now is going to be, I believe he's the number 10th ranked fighter in the light heavyweight division, Anthony Smith. And actually, I think this is a better fight. I think this is a better matchup for Carlos. I think this is going to be a great opponent for him to display his skills because Anthony Smith isn't afraid to mix it up a little bit, show his takedowns, show his striking, show his ground game. And this is a tough opponent for Ulberg. So if Ulberg can look good in this, not only is he going to move up in the rankings, but he's going to have a highlight reel or a good tape or something to move forward. So I just thought that the Jamal Hill matchup was a little too much too soon for him. So this is a little bit better. So let's see how he does in this match. And then if he does well here, hey, then let's just reschedule the Jamal Hill fight. All right. So we were left with no main event. And of course, Uncle Dana responds on it.
Again, Conor McGregor is out of 303 versus Michael Chandler with an injury. The new main event is Alex Pereira, former not only UFC middleweight champion, he's also the first and only fighter to win both middleweight and light heavyweight titles in UFC history. He also did it in the shortest amount of time. He did it in 736 days and 7 fights. He finished 7 of 9 wins by knockout, which is a 78% finish rate, and won 10 of his last 11 fights. And he is facing former UFC light heavyweight champion Jiri Prochazka, who has an unbelievable 23 first-round wins. He has 25 by knockout, 3 by submission. That is a 97% finish rate.
But
the co-main event will be number 3 ranked Brian Ortega, who has the second most finishes in featherweight history and the second most submissions in featherweight history. He won Performance of the Night 8 times. And he will be taking on rising superstar Diego Lopes.
Ooh,
he has 22 of his 24 wins coming by finish with 10 knockouts and 12 submissions. That's a 92% finish rate. Also, Jamal Hill is out with a knee injury. So, Carlos Ulberg, who is 11-1 and has 6 first-round finishes with 7 wins by knockout and 2 wins by submission and an 82% finish rate, and he's on a 6-fight win streak, will now be taking on Anthony Smith.
And he has the more views than take that out. 3, 2. All right, so there you have it. There's the matchups. There we have our new main event, Alex Pereira in the rematch against Jiri Prochazka. Some people thought that fight finished a little early. Now we're going to get to settle it in the cage one more time. And the match, dude, I'm so freaking hyped for this crew. I'm so hyped for Diego Lopes taking on Brian Ortega. I think this is an excellent, excellent matchup. And bro, we might see a new number one contender out of this really soon. So let's go, man. Let's freaking go. No, check this out. Speaking of Alex Pereira, just when you thought that you couldn't like the dude anymore, check this out. This is him visiting a children's hospital in Brazil. Apparently, he visited the children's cancer ward and just took pics with kids. You know what I mean? Just made an appearance, and it wasn't much for him. But look at the faces on these kids, man. These kids living every day, fighting for their lives, but for a little moment in time, they got to experience a little bit of joy and got to meet their heroes. So, hey, I thought that was super, super cool, man. All right, so let's switch gears here and let's talk CJI, the Craig Jones Invitational. Ever since this has been announced, it's been unspoken heat back and forth. Well, now the smoke has cleared and the line has been drawn, and there's CJI on one side and there's ADCC, Mo and Seth Daniels on the other side. Check this out. Earlier in the week, Craig Jones posted that he had received a death threat from ADCC organizer Seth Daniels. Yes, that Seth Daniels, a fight to win. I mean, I always knew he was a little rough around the edges and he just kind of gets a little emotional and says things that he shouldn't have, but this is definitely crossing the line. So check this out. This is what he sent to Craig. You need to realize I'm not Mo. You have attacked my work and shit all over everything I've done the past 5 years. If you attack me, my family, or my wife, like your cunts are doing to Mo, I will fucking kill you. I'm not saying this lightly. I'm telling you, I will end your fucking life. Whoa. And soon after that, guess what? He deleted his Instagram. So I don't believe he's going to be coming back anytime soon. And if anything happens to Craig, you know who they're going to talk to first. So I just thought that was super shady, man. Just you know what? If you guys are going to go to war in a business sense. Not like that, man. We don't need no Tupac Biggie drama. So keeping up with the drama, ADCC posted this. I don't know what they meant by this. Any inflammatory remarks will result in a ban. What does that mean? Does that mean we can't talk smack on Insta? Is he talking to the fighters? Is he talking to people that may or may not be invited yet? What the hell is this? This kind of feels like they're just giving up, man. They're just spoiled little rich kid, kind of like, all right? Speaking of spoiled rich kids, our boy, Craig Jones.
Craig Jones es maricón del culo. Le gusta el culo mucho.
Crazy guy.
¿Entiendes eso?
All right, so Craig Jones Invitational has just been racking up the just competitors from all over the place. People are not so worried about the ADCC backlash, and they're all about the cheddar. They are jumping in. Check out this week's latest additions. Levi Jones-Leary, let's go. Max Jimenez, yep. Felipe Andrew, Tommy Laniker, bro. These are some sick additions, and they don't stop there. Check this out. Andy Varela. If you're not familiar with Andy Varela, he doesn't win a lot, but he is fun to watch, bro. He's like a bully. He likes to slam. He's almost like who's the guy that's gonna fight in UFC's Dana White Contender Series? Anyways, he's super fun to watch. And then we got new addition, Jason Nolf, sick ass collegiate wrestler. And then even the backups are leaving ADCC. Check that out. Adam Bradley, bro. Adam Bradley. So here at the moment, we have on the left side of the screen, everybody that's participating in the under 80 kilogram tournament. We have Andy Varela, Jason Nolf, Levi Jones-Leary, Tommy Laniker, Yogan O'Flanagan, Matthias Denise, Renato Canuto, Nicky Ryan, Joseph Chen, Andrew Tackett, Lucas Hulk Barbosa. And at the moment, as of June 15th, there are still 5 names that are going to be added to that list. So stay tuned. So now let's take a look at the over 80 kilogram division. We got Adam Bradley, Nicky Rod, Max Jimenez, Owen Livesley, Victor Hugo, Felipe Andrew, Mason Fowler, Luke Rockhold, William Tackett, Joa Rocha, and Roberto Jimenez. And same thing, they got 5 more slots left. So stay tuned. They got till August to figure this out, but I'm sure they'll probably have it filled out by the end of the month. All right, so check this out. I woke up this morning, jumped on Reddit, and here's the latest ADCC drama. So Mo is jumping all in and going full on WWE heel. Check this out. I've been told, so ADCC Dallas Open went down this last weekend, just wrapped up yesterday, I believe. And apparently there was a scuffle involving B team member Kieran Kaichuk. Apparently he sucker punched a competitor. All right, so check this out. This is what Mo tweeted. I've been told a well-known competitor from B team, Kieran Kaichuk, just sucker punched a competitor at Dallas Open. Smart move for an athlete on an athlete visa to the US. I've been told the victim wants to press charges, and now I'm going to pay for the lawyers. People don't know how to control themselves. I will show them how big the consequences will be. And then here's his second response. Sounds like the victim is pressing charges against the opponent as well and was assaulted by 2 or more people. Who are these pansies jumping someone at a grappling event? My patience is 0 now. I'm going to hire the dream team in Texas and show them what real pressure is. I will make an example out of them. That is guaranteed. Yeah, way to go, Mo. Go get lawyers and don't pay your athletes. What a scumbag, dude. What a scumbag. So let's watch the clip. I got it here in the back. So apparently this happened in the match that's in the background. So check this out. Looks like there's a guy on the ground over there. And looks like someone's taking the back. And now he steps on the dude's back. And then all hell breaks loose over there. And someone punched somebody. Somebody drops. And they're going at it over there. So there you go. I'm sure we'll be seeing more footage of this, but there's more ADCC versus CJI drama for you right there. Speaking of drama, check this out. Here's somebody who's trying to be the peacekeeper, someone who is trying to look out for the better interests of everyone involved. And everyone involved would be a whole lot better off once this man on the screen, Gordon Ryan, gets his bellyache situation taken care of. So check this out. Earlier in the week, Craig Jones looks like he visited some non-medical trained individuals and asked them about this issue. I'm just going to play the video. Check this out.
Friend's very sick, but doctors can't treat what he has. Would we be able to do something to him to lift this illness?
Decan din orice motiv. Explică-i.
So basically, she said that he's mentally ill, and because he's so negative in his life, this is why he's cursed to have the belly aches.
And that's why doctors haven't been able to diagnose it, because it's because of his bad aura and bad energy that he himself manifests. So that's what the witch.
You can see just by looking at the...
Yeah, just by looking at the photo, she knows that this is a man whose own bad thoughts got him into that.
And she specifically said that he's mentally ill.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good.
They nail that shit. So they can see Gordon's mental retardation not only affecting him mentally, but physically. So until he addresses the negativity in his own backyard, he's going to continue with those stomach aches. You heard it here first, guys. Brujeria just solved the Gordon Ryan situation. Crazy. All right. Later on this week, we're going to have Who's Number One 24. And check it out. Speak of the Devil, main event, Gordon Ryan taking on up-and-coming jiu-jitsu Josh Saunders. I don't know much about him, but I'm imagining later this week, we will be hearing a whole lot more. So there's been some last-second replacements. Victor Hugo was supposed to be taking on Luke Griffith. That's now not going to be happening. It's going to be Javier Zarusk. And then who else got hurt? Oh, Francisco Lowe got hurt, and I forgot who's taking his place against Jacob Couch. So bangers to watch out for, though. Check this out. Obviously, you're going to want to watch Gordon Ryan, Josh Saunders. For shizzle, you're going to want to watch Diego Pato, Fabricio Andre, and don't blink. There's going to be some sick scrambles, but if Diego Pato gets a hold of Fabricio's leg, it's going to be donezo. Rap City, bro. And check these out. That Tynan Dalpera and, gosh, what's his name? Fuck, can't believe. Start over. 3, 2. All right, these matchups right here on the screen, Tynan Dalpera, J-Rod, that's going to be fun while it lasts. But J-Rod better watch out, because if he thinks he's going to be able to escape those arm bars like he does in the past, like he's had in the past, Tynan's going to turn his arm into linguine. And a matchup that I'm super duper looking forward to on the screen, Joseph Chen taking on Elijah Dorsey. If you guys aren't familiar with Elijah Dorsey, he had a good showing at East Coast Trials this last time around, and he's just going to be getting better, man. Going to be getting better. And a matchup that I really, really want to watch, it's not on the screen, but Ethan Crelinsten and DeAndre Corby. That's going to be fun. That was supposed to be Ethan Crelinsten and Kolabate, but I guess he's injured. And DeAndre Corby, if you're not familiar with him, he did win West Coast Trials, so look for him. That's gonna be a banger of a match to watch, man. Gonna be super, super fun. All right, check this out. Last week, UFC Fight Night, we had somebody get it in the face. Check out this clip, man. This is Dustin Stolfus. He responded earlier in the week and let us know that he received a facial fracture in this fight. I thought this was a spinning back fist. Apparently, it's a spinning back elbow, guys. Check this out. Ate a knee there, right hand, and Bruno's about to set this up. And this is the second time he hit this. Here it is. Watch this. Kick, knee, spin. Bap! That was it, bro. So apparently that broke dude's face. He does not know when or if he's going to be able to come back. But that's a car wreck and a half, man. So shout out, Dustin. Thank you for providing an awesome fight. You were doing such a good job until you caught that shot, bro. But hope to see you back soon, bro. All right, check out this killer matchup that the UFC just announced. Going down September 7th, UFC Fight Night main event. We have a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Durinho Burns taking on Sean Brady. Number 8, Gilbert Burns taking on number 6, Sean Brady. This is going to be banger. If you like grappling, you like ground and pound, you like takedowns, you like scrambles, this is going to be it right here, man. Last week, talking about UFC Fight Night, Dominic Cruz, it'd been a hot minute since he had a victory. We got to go all the way back to October 18th of 2019 when Dominic Reyes TKO'd shouldn't even been in the cage, but Chris Weidman. So he got an easy W there, and he was in the cage last week against Dustin Jacoby. Check this out. You guys remember this? Took a couple shots, backed up, but he did not get out of that pocket. He stayed right in that pocket, ducked, and look at that. Fired right back, left hand, left, right, knee. Ooh, and then that was it. That knee set up that finish right there, man. And it was game over from there. Dustin had nowhere to go, and the ref jumps in. So shout out Dominic Reyes. Congratulations on the W, bro. Great to see you back in the win column, and let's keep it up, bro. Keep it going. All right, me and Cousin Ed had this discussion last week. I was talking about how the UFC does not like to sign big name fighters to their roster. They'd rather pay the lower level fighters and just get a bunch of those. But check this out. They signed Kai Asakura, who is a sick ass bantamweight fighter. So they just added him to the roster, and he has some awesome wins under his belt. Check this out. Juan Archuleta, I don't know if you're a big Bellator watcher out there, but he is one of their better fighters. He does have a W against him. How about this? Manel Kape. Yeah, that Manel Kape that's in the UFC. He's got to win against him. And he's also got to win and a loss against Kyoji Horiguchi, who is like top 3 flyweight, bantamweight in the world, whether or not. And the UFC wants Kai to face a top 5 bantamweight fighter. So he's gonna, that's what I'm saying, man. He's gonna make a splash right away. So he's either gonna give somebody hell or he's gonna get, I mean, I only see a W. So let's see what happens with it, man. It's gonna be fun to see. All right. Speaking of overseas, we got one fight information news on the screen going down at their next event, July 6th, One Fight Night 23, Taira taking on Joseph Chen in a grappling match. This is an ADCC level match right here, man. I cannot wait to see this. And this is right before ADCC, like a month before CJI. Balls on both of these boys for stepping in. I don't think Ty is going to be competing at ADCC yet. I don't know if he's confirmed. I know Joseph's going to be in CJI. So shout out to him, man. This is going to be a fun matchup. All right. I wasn't in on the Mike Tyson versus JP matchup, but if you guys haven't heard, Mike has been pulled off for medical reasons, I believe, and they're rescheduling it for sometime in November. But the July 20th fight is still going to go down, and it sounds like it's going to be Mike Perry. So I'm a little interested in this. I'm a little more interested in this, but still, this isn't going to prove anything. This isn't going to say that he's a good boxer. You know what I mean? This is what Mike Perry's a bare knuckle boxer, and he kills it in bare knuckle, right? He's got the tenacity. He's got the toughness. He's got the skills, but it's bare knuckle. How many shots are those guys going to be able to take? Now they're going to be fighting with boxing gloves. So that power is not going to be, the damage and power is not going to be there for him. And guess who is going to be there? Stupid ass JP. So I would imagine this is going to be a 10, 12 round decision by somebody. Hopefully, I think our only hope here is that Mike lands a crazy KO punch when Jake throws one of his crazy looping right hands or left hands and leaves himself open. I just pray that he get cracked, but we'll see what happens, man. Stay tuned, crew. Stay tuned. All right. Last week, we had this dude win Ultimate Fight, his fight at UFC Fight Night against Ricky Turcios. And in his post-fight interview, he said something that, I don't know if you heard it, but check this out. This is him getting interviewed after his fight, and they asked him, yo, bro, what the
beep? Explain to me what you yelled on the mic after the fight. What did you say? What does that mean?
It's just a saying me and my homie Carlos have. It's called Chihuihuis.
But what does it mean?
It doesn't have a meaning. It's just like a funny word, you know.
Shout out to Carlos. That's the homie.
Thanks, Carlos, for giving us a new word. There you heard it first, or you've heard it a bunch of times. Get ready to hear it more. Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. So happy congratulations to Raul Rosas. Looks like you got the bonus last week, and he's saying he's going to buy his mom a house. So shout out to that kid, man. He sounds like a great kid doing good things. So let's see what he does next, man. Moving up the ladder. And at the top of the ladder, check this out. Dominic Cruz, Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo and Dominic Cruz want to scrap at the Sphere in September. What do you guys think about that matchup? I think that's pretty good. None of those guys is probably going to be fighting for the title anytime soon, that's for sure. But that gives the fans a fun matchup to watch. And it's just two legends right there, man. Two former champs. So last weekend, we had UFC Fight Night. Main event was Alex Perez taking on Tatsuro Taira. Check this out. Did not go well for Alex. Here we are midway through the second round. First round, let me set it up for you. It was a pretty even match, but I want to say I would give the round one to Alex. Alex landed the heavier shots for sure. He did take some shots, but he just came in kind of like a bull in a china store, just throwing shots, really not setting them up. And Taira was just piecing him up, being a little more controlled. He did get taken down by Alex, but he's got a sick bottom game. Almost looked like he used a deep half guard or X guard to get back up right away. So here we are, round 2. Taira is on Alex's back, and I want to say this was the second time he was on his back. So check out this crazy body lock he has on him, and he's weaving his leg into Alex's left leg while all his weight is heavy on Alex's right leg. And boom, they went down right there. And Alex, verbal submission, something happened to his right knee. So check this out. Here's Taira on his back. You see he's got that body lock, right? And there it is. He has all of his weight on Alex's right leg, and there's nothing that Alex can do except go down. Unfortunately, Taira uses momentum to spin Alex down, and his knee just buckles. So I would imagine there's probably going to be some ligament damage there. But Taira wins by TKO in round 2. Unfortunately, that's bad news for Alex. But for Taira, hey, he's going to be moving up in the rankings because I think Alex was like in the top 5. So I don't know if Taira is going to move into the top 5, but he's definitely going to move into the top 15 for sure. And I want to see this run back. This was either Taira's first fight in the UFC or his second fight in the UFC. But this was our boy Edgar Chairez's first fight in the UFC, and he went all 3 rounds with Tatsuro, and he was never in any danger. Yeah, he got taken down, but when they were on the feet, he was piecing him up. I did like the way he looked on the feet. I did wish he was able to get up, but hey, that was his first fight. I'm sure the lights and the crowd maybe got to him, the nerves, but he's a vet now. He looked really good in his last fight, and I would love to see the UFC run that back, crew. What do you guys think? What do you guys think, man? Who should Taira fight next? Well, that's a wrap, Combat Crew. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a fantastic week. We got lots of stuff coming up. Who's number 124 this week? And we're going to be trying to get a couple interviews for you. So stay tuned to that. Until next week, Chingasos crew out. Peace.
Demolition, and there's that right hand. They're duking it out. Mount right with right hand. Takayama.
Green trunks for the southpaw, the notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr. Conor relaxes, smiling. Oh!
Nate Diaz, he just shook up the world. How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised.